Hi, my name is Andy Gibbons. I'm the author of the upcoming book Lucifer's Loophole, The Devil is in the Details. I wanted to record this short video here just to give you a little bit of an introduction to the book and to me, the author. I wrote this book back when I was in college, Christian college, and it was kind of prompted by not just Bible study alone, but a craving to learn the Bible. And it's kind of funny if you are a Christian or if you're just interested in the Bible itself. There's a lot of weird verses every now and then that as you're reading along, if you just read the verse or a couple verses out of context, it can sound pretty weird. And so kind of what this book is I take some of those like really weird verses in the Bible, some out of context, some not so much out of context, and I just run with it. I'm like, man, what kind of story, what kind of crazy story would it be if this kind of stuff was going on? And some of that is you go back to like Genesis, and you hear of these creatures that are half angel, half human, and man, what would that look like nowadays? And there's a few other things like that are going on, and you're just like, man, what if this was still going on nowadays? And a huge theme in my book is spiritual warfare. And if that's something that interests you, the idea of angels and demons fighting, and even humans in this battle, taking a stand with Christ, then I think this book, you're really going to like this book. Lucifer's Loophole, where you have the devil, the number one, most infamous bad guy in all of literature, and he's of course the bad guy in my book, and kind of how he thinks is very similar to if you've read the Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis, on how that author kind of went behind the thought process of a demon. Very similar. You get a little bit of background to like, why would Lucifer think this, and why would he plot this way? And what's also interesting is I do that with a lot of characters that we read in the Bible. And one of the premises of my book, no spoilers intended, is that there are several characters from the Bible that are in modern day world with the premise of my book that they didn't die. And it's really interesting to kind of think back, like, wow, what would they think? How would a Bible character in this setting, in this, this environment, how would they respond to a more modern world? And so a lot of my book kind of looks into that. But bigger picture is, man, you look at this book and you're like, wow, he's got a lot of interesting takes on scriptures. And just as you're reading this book, I want you to do what I did with it. Just have fun. I'm not proposing a theology. I'm really just, having a little bit of fun with some stories, and making us think a little bit more behind the stories themselves of these characters. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you grab a copy of Lucifer's Loophole. If you want to know more, I would say just keep on looking for my name. I already have another book in the works. I'm not going to give anything away just yet, but if you like Lucifer's Loophole, I can tell you this one's going to even be better. So thank you very much for your time, and have a good year.